Well, hello folks, and welcome back. We're just wrapping up at an absolute beautiful property here just outside Lunenburg, and we had the skid steer, tractor loader, and the 080 is down there right now. Backfilled the foundation, put some drains in, did all kinds of stuff. So right now we have the 450 with the flat deck and the skid steer. This is going to another job, but we're having some issues with the hydraulics on the 080. Seems like it's getting kind of weak. So I'm gonna take that up to the dealer in the valley, but I'm gonna haul that with the Ram. So we've got the 450 loaded up right now with this, but then for the big load, we're gonna be using the Ram. The trailer is already hooked up to it, so it just makes sense to continue to use that truck. So we got some hauling in the 450 and some hauling in the Ram to do today, and it's already 12 o'clock. I'm running late. Got my main man back here. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, buddy.
Whew. So Bauer's with me today. I don't know if he'll end up going with me in the Ram or not, because that's just a single cab truck. I don't really want to take him there, but oh, it's okay. It's okay. You don't need it. It's okay, buddy. You don't need your boots on. Okay, take the other one off. But it's funny because we were just working there, and then I dropped the new Sani, the 80, off the other day to work on a job, and I didn't realize it, but it is literally across the road from where this job was at. So I'll stop there in a second. Brady's over there running the 80 with the mulcher. Good job, buddy. Yeah, he is literally working right here. It was all trees before, you couldn't see a thing. All brush. Leaving the nice big stuff behind and cleaning everything else up. I told them they'd be able to see the ocean when they're done, and they absolutely will. So that's pretty exciting. I know I've said it a million times, but this truck is so comfortable to haul loads in, and it's got just so much power. You just sit back and enjoy the ride, and it does ride really nice. Like the longer wheelbase compared to the single cab Ram just drives really nice. With the 265s on, it did lose a little bit of power, but not really much. And now that I'm so used to it, I don't feel it at all. I mean, we're pulling up this hill here in 10th gear with the skid steer behind me, but what are you saying, Bauer? Yeah, we're gonna go drop the skid steer off for John, and then we're gonna go home. Yeah, we can drive the skid steer into the site for John. There, 10th gear, just pulled up that hill with this 345 behind me, tri-axle trailer. Didn't even slow down. It's pretty crazy to believe. But I will definitely have to do a video, you know, with this truck and with the 3500, hauling this load, the same load, or you know, one of the excavators, the same load. Just see how it does mileage wise, power wise, all that sort of stuff. Now I know it's not apples to apples, because that's a 4th gen Ram 2017. They've got a lot more horsepower now than what it had then, a lot more torque. So that would be a better comparison, but this is what I have to work with. But people have been asking, so I definitely will make a video. But I can tell you one thing, I really do like how that Ram hauls. I really like the transmission with the load behind it, and I absolutely love the exhaust brake. You guys know that. But anyway, we'll get that at a later date for sure. All right, well, we're on the road to where I'm dropping this thing off. Now I gotta see if I can get back in this driveway. People don't make their driveways wide enough a lot of times to back equipment in. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that. This one should be okay. It just puts a lot of stress on the axles when you got to cut the wheels tight with a load on the back. There's nowhere really to sit in the road to unload, so we'll get her in there. Get her in there and get her unloaded. This one right here. All right, so now we're in the little buddy Ram going to get the big load. So we had the big truck hauling, you know, a little load. Now we got the little truck hauling a big load. It will have the 080 on it. It will have this 36-inch bucket on it, and it will have the mulcher on it. So it's gonna have some weight. The mulcher by itself, 1,200 pounds. This bucket, probably what, 400 or 500 pounds at least, maybe 600 pounds. I don't even know what these buckets weigh. Plus the bucket that's on the machine, and the machine, it's right around 20,000 pounds. So yeah, we're hauling. I think this will be the first time using this trailer to haul the 080. And I find the 080 literally like feels just as heavy, if not even heavier sometimes, than what my 95 does, my Sandy 95. So and we've got a good trip to go too. We're leaving from Lunenburg and we're going all the way to Aylesford. It's not a short trip, not a short trip. Lots of hills, all kinds of stuff. So truck's gonna get a workout, but that's what it's been used to since it came on board with me. All right, well, bucket, mulcher, excavator, ready to roll. Whew. Hoping this feels good with the amount of tongue weight I have and all that stuff. It should be good. Whew. Sweating, it is hot. But yeah, drive by and see how Brady is making out. It looks like he's pretty much done over there. He's got the whole opening cleaned up. We'll see that on the way out. There's so many deer around here, it's unbelievable. There's 3 deer standing right there, and there was 2 more just down the road. The deer are insane. But yeah, this is a beautiful, beautiful spot here. We were only coming to backfill the foundation, but we ended up doing a lot more work than that, which usually happens. Hey, look at these deer. Once you get started, people just want to keep going with stuff, but you're gonna have a really nice spot here when it's all said and done. Nice breeze coming off the water. We're just outside Lunenburg here right now. But yeah, we're gonna have a nice spot. Beautiful. Okay, well, now we've got the drive to Aylesford. And I'm guessing we are probably an hour and a half. Hour and a half for sure. From here to there. Whew, man, it is smuggy today. Well, do a little drive-by and see how Brady's making out. All right, well, snap our brakes up here a little ways. We'll go up to 7. See how that feels. Whew. Brakes on this trailer are so strong. Whew, yeah, like I can see Brady from here. You can see the 550 as plain as can be. He's doing a little more cleanup down by the pond. He said Sunday when he was working there was like 6 people that were walking along the road down here, and they waved to him and gave him the thumbs up. Make the hard right turn out of here. Or landowners, I guess, are extremely happy with what it looks like over there. actually blown away at how good of a job it's doing. Beautiful. Yes, sir. Woman there watching. Lunenburg's an absolutely beautiful spot. It doesn't get enough credit, to be honest. People talk about, you know, Chester, Mahone Bay, the Annapolis Valley, but not enough people talk about Lunenburg. It's a beautiful little spot. All the old fishing sort of houses and stuff. Okay, navigate through town here a little bit, get on the highway, start making some headway. Here's a pretty hard climb here for the truck, coming off a stop sign. Coming off a stop sign and going up one of the steepest hills around. It's not long, but it certainly is steep. You can get a whole lot of momentum. I'm not really trying to get going fast here, just gonna let the truck do its thing. Speed limit's only 50 anyway. RPM, 2100 RPM, just chugging along up this hill. Nothing to it. Nothing to it at all. Little old Ram. I tell you, these brakes are strong. I don't need them high, this high. They honestly feel as strong or stronger than my Diamond C. I'll have to try with my Ford. But I just find that this truck puts out a higher output through the brake controller than what the Fords do. It's weird, but it's what it feels like. Oh yeah, look at this. It pulls out in front of me. Those Escalade drivers, I don't know. Alright, we are getting on the highway, and then we turn on the number 12, cut across, and then we get on the 103. We're on the 101, no, 101. We're on the 103 right now, then we cut across, and we get on the 101, drive for a bit, unload, turn around, come all the way back. And the load feels pretty good. There's a little bit of a tug there, but not too bad at all, not too bad at all. So I'm gonna set my cruise. These windows are only auto down. So I'll set my cruise. We're at 106 kilometers an hour. Tilt my seat back a little bit. Sit back. Enjoy the trip. Number 12 here it's kind of it's weird because you're going slower because the speed is 90 kilometers an hour versus 100. So you'd think that this section of road you'd get some better fuel mileage on than when you're on the highway, but it's the complete opposite because there's so many ups and downs through this road that you end up burning a lot more fuel because you're right at that sort of not sweet spot. the RPMs are a little too low in 6th gear or 10th gear or whatever with my 550, you end up burning a lot more fuel on this road than what you do on the highway driving higher speeds. Like we're pulling up one hill now, then we get up on another hill, and then we got a flat ground, so we'll get up to 6th, and then we got another hill, so we'll drop to 5th and 4th, and then down a hill, and then a flat section, and up a hill. It's just, it chews through the fuel big time on this number 12, cutting across here. We're definitely in 4th right now. I can't tell, but we're definitely in 4th. I might just lock out 6th because it's kind of creates more bad than good. Fans are going. Straightaway, and then we have another hill again. It's a tough section, it really is. When I got off the highway, I was averaging 29 liters per 100, and already I'm averaging 35.1. So it's putting a dent in the mileage. I locked 6th gear out and it's doing a lot better now. It did just drop down to 4th, but typically it's just holding 5th gear right at 2,000 RPM, just kind of doing its thing now. So when I have my 550, I mean my 450, I pretty much do the same thing. I lock 10th out, and then certain areas I even lock 9th out, and just keep it, you know, between 8th and 9th gear. Forget about 10th altogether on these side roads when I'm hauling this kind of weight. Honestly, like the biggest downfall with these Ram trucks is the fuel tank. The fuel tank is so small. I had half a tank when I left my house, and I'm actually getting pretty decent mileage, and I'm pretty much on empty right now. So luckily I have the slip tank on back, and I've got lots of fuel in that, because if not, if you're hauling these kind of weights, you're not going to get a huge distance out of these trucks unless you upgrade your fuel tank size. They just have a small little tank on, like it's like 30-some gallons or something. Not even. I can't remember what it is now. But it's small. It's definitely not big enough if you're doing a lot of hauling. And the funny thing is that, you know, when you think of a Cummins, you think of hauling. That's what they do. They tow. But I don't know. The guys at Ram threw a small tank on these trucks. Well, we arrived to the South Mountain. We're heading down. She's steep, very steep. See how this thing does with the engine brake, exhaust brake. Oh, car backing up in front of me. I know I'll have to use my brakes, but I don't think I'll have to use them as much as if I was in my Fords. And yeah, this hill's really nice and smooth. You gotta love it. It's creeping away a little bit. Back on the brake. It's holding back pretty good though. Hit the brake again. Look at this guy. Like, what do people think? Honestly, I don't get it. I don't get why people always have to pull out in front of, you know, people hauling big trailers and stuff like that, thinking, they think I'm like just going extremely slow. Anyway, no worries with this thing going down hills, that's for sure. And again, the trailer brakes are phenomenal. Well, now we're back on flat ground in the valley, and we're gaining mileage again. 31.3 now we're at. Nice flat highway here. This is very sort of unrealistic terrain for most of Nova Scotia. It's like the one spot of flat ground that we have is this stretch of the highway. It's great for mileage. It's fantastic for mileage. It's kind of weird, like, you know, when I'm driving my Ford, you just kind of want to go fast because it does it so easy, and with that pedal monster in there, it just wants to go. Like, you barely touch the pedal and it goes. But in this, you just chug along. Like you just kind of chug along. It's a complete different feel, but they both feel really good. This truck obviously rides a bit rougher, not quite as comfortable as my 450 Platinum, but overall, I tell you, I really do enjoy driving this truck. This truck does really well. And man, this trailer, it's, if I get rid of a trailer, it will most likely be my SureTrack, just because, you know, that thing's starting to get a little bit beat up. The Diamond C is a beautiful trailer. This is quite a nice trailer, but if it came down to keeping one trailer and only one trailer, I think I might keep this trailer over my Diamond C, which sounds funny, but I can get a really good price tag on my Diamond C. There's just not many of them around, and the prices have increased big time since I bought that trailer. But I really do enjoy this trailer. I don't think the ramps are going to hold up, though. That's the only thing that looks weak on this trailer is the ramps.
Your destination is on the right.
Here we are. There's some old Kubota tractors. Thing up, get her off the trailer. Let the truck idle, cool herself down. It's one thing you don't want to do after hauling heavy, is just shut your truck off. Everyone always wonders why guys with the big trucks let their truck idle all the time so long. Well, you want to let the thing cool down. Yeah, look at these old tractors. Yeah, well, there she is. There she is. Get her off. Hopefully it's a quick fix, and then it's off to New Brunswick is where this thing's gonna go next with the head. That is such a good little tow rig. Well, there it is with the rest of its family members. It fits right in here. Whew. Yeah, so I don't even know if I mentioned in the video, but sort of what's happening is once it runs for a while, the hydraulics gonna be getting weak, but the fluid isn't really that old, so I don't think it's the fluid. The filters were replaced at 3,000 hours. It's got like 4,500 hours on it now, so it should not be the filters. So I'm thinking it possibly might be the pump. Anyway, they're gonna test it. They can hook up their hoses and their pressure gauge and test to see what it's pumping out at, and we'll have to go from there. But I just noticed that also there's a roller here that is beat out, and those were just replaced at 3,000 hours, and that one is the only one that's got anything wrong with it. So I'll have to get them to look at that too, see if they can replace that while it's here. Rest of them all look fine. But anyway, now we're just heading back with the trailer. What's a trailer? 8,000 pounds or something. Bucket, mulcher. We're, I don't know, 10,000 pounds behind the truck roughly. It's only 20,000 pounds or so less than what was just on it. Should be able to handle that. Nope. Made it back. Greeted by these crazy nuts. You need a bath. You are filthy. Tony, you're nice and clean. You don't need a bath. You can go inside. Yeah. Wendell, you need a bath, and then you're getting tied back up. Oh, ow, buddy. Jeepers, stay down. Stay down. Calm down. Thinks he's still a puppy. Oh, here we go. Anyway, folks, that's gonna do it for this one. Just hauling. Tomorrow, probably back doing the same sort of thing. We got one job finished today. It looks like move the new 80 to another job. 95's across the lake. The 080 hopefully get fixed up right away. The skid steer is across the lake with the 95. Wendell, be quiet, buddy. But anyway, that's gonna do it, folks. I'm gonna deal with these crazy fools. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then. Bye.